A man coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
This defense for the Saints, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 1.
They go again with Pierce.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
The Texans at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think it's going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now a second and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. Touchdown! Dameon Pierce, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here first and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. You look at the defense for these Texans.
They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now 3rd down and 7. Throwing now is Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it's the right time to make that call.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pierce.
He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
Here's Pierce.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
19 Lions. Buffalo 18.
Stroud now on 4th down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Again, it's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A give to Kamara running right.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. You look at the defense for these Texans. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Throwing his car on 3rd down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that Pierce has it knocked loose,
but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston on to punt for Houston.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
To throw, it's Carr.
The slant complete to Michael Thomas.
Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 26 yards.
And the Saints are back within a score.
They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He'll let this go deep for Collins.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins,
57 yards.
and the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Carr.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Shrugs him off. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Now Carr. And his throw here is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, 36 yards.
And the Saints have got it back to within a score.
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running to daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
go now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Second and 7.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 70 Timberwolves.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
79 Broncos.
Stroud off the play fake.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go check, go check. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
Wow, that ball was not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 3rd and 3.
Carr going to throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Carr to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Open man is Michael Thomas. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now Carr again. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Carr changing the formation. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Carr. He's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Kamara up the middle.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
At the 39-yard line, a 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Hawk 70.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
18, pioneer.
Stroud on third down now. Open man there is Collins, complete. He'll get it inside the 20.
And finally wrestled down at the 11. On third and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. They run the option here on first and 10.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
C.J. Stroud
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try to get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On first down, Carr.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Now Carr. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Carr.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Texans will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's 3rd and 10. As Stroud now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stroud sets up the play action.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Give to Pierce now on the option.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Stroud looking to change the play. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Now they'll audible to something else.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Throwing now is Stroud. And Woods has it complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Stroud now on 2nd down. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield.
Touchdown, Texans! Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Play action. Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing just outside his own goal line.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Carr.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston.
Damian Pierce, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And they can't bring him down.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Able to push his way through. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
98 yards on the ground for him so far. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading